A friend of mine asked me, how do you learn a song by ear? So I'm here to demonstrate how to do that. Now it's going to take a few days. And the first step is to pick the song. And for me, I was inspired because my girlfriend's favorite movie is Desperado. So I decided to start learning the song from Desperado, where he's on stage with his buddies. The name of it is El Mariachi, Con la Letra. Now I don't speak Spanish, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. So what I did is I went to YouTube and I looked up the song. And because it's in Spanish, I want to see the lyrics. So on YouTube, you can search a song with lyrics, and you're bound to find at least one that has it. So I'm going to be watching something like this. And I'm just going to listen because I have to get the song in my head. So that's step one, is listen to the song a million times. Do it while working out, do it while driving in your car. You know, just put in headphones. You got to listen to it like a million times. Because you want to get to the point where you can hear the song in your head and know the lyrics, know the chords, and without the song playing. Once you've heard it a million times, try to get through the whole song in your head without stopping. And you can use the song as a reference, because you're going to get to a certain point, you're going to forget what happens next. So go back and listen to the song and do it again. Then turn off the song and see if you can make it in your head. This is for me. If I'm trying to sing it and play it, step two would be the lyrics. All I'm going to try to do is follow along with the melody and the lyrics. And like I said, this was particularly difficult because it's in Spanish. Alright, so here we go. So I'm listening to the rhythm of how he's saying the lyrics. So he's putting inflection on certain syllables, on certain consonants or vowels, and he's pronouncing certain vowels a specific way. So I'm taking note of that, and it might help to write it down too. You could write down the lyrics so you can pronounce them the way that he's pronouncing them, or so you can see which ones are faster and which ones are held out longer. So just do it one verse at a time, and don't move on. Don't worry about the chorus. Just get the verse, because the chorus, everybody's gonna hear the chorus like 15 times. So it's the verses that don't get enough practice. That's where you need to start. Alright, so you listen to the verses 1,000 times, and then, go verse into the chorus, and then into the next verse, and see if you can do that. And if at any point you get tripped up, just reverse it. Go back, try it again. This is going to take a week, a month, just depends on how much you're dedicated. The more you listen to it, the more it's going to get ingrained. And the more it gets ingrained, the easier it is to express it. So then let's talk about actually playing along with it. The first thing you want to do is you want to find out what key it's in. That sounds like the tonic. Ooh, it's kind of a flat. I'm out of tune. I'm out of tune with what his recording is. I'm a little bit sharp. It's sort of an F. It's sort of an F, but it's kind of in between E and F. So I'd have to tune up to the recording in order to play along with it. Okay, so I've tuned up to the recording. So this is the introduction. And again, I'd have to listen to it for days until I can predict what he's about to do, so I can follow along. So just like the lyrics, I need to take this into sections. something like that. And then shortly after the introduction, they go right into the groove. And the groove of the song is the overall feel. And the feel of this song is kind of that Latin... And so one thing to do is to just strum along. Don't worry about what chords they're playing. If you can figure them out as you go along, then go ahead and play them. But for the meantime, you just want to get that strumming pattern. Because that's staying consistent regardless of the chords. There's always that. So then you'd spend however much time it takes for you to feel that rhythm. Get that rhythm, and then once you get the rhythm, once you get that strumming pattern, and in this case, I want to figure out how he's slapping on that 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And how he's got to do that is he's got to start with an upstroke, which is kind of unique. It's for our American standards, it's kind of unique to start with an upstroke. So the strumming pattern in this is going to start with the upstroke. Upstroke with the thumb, downstroke with the index, upstroke with the thumb, slap, upstroke with the index, down, up with the thumb, slap. And then if you really want to get fancy with it, they can do this rasguero. It's the 3-finger roll. Ring finger, so you got your fingers balled up. Ring finger, middle finger, index finger. Then you can end it with a thumb. But that's where the slap comes in. So up. It's kind of hard. That's tricky. It's going to take practice. So the objective is to get your hands to be autonomous. I want to make, especially the right hand, because the right hand we've discovered is doing this the whole time. So if I can get this to be second nature, which obviously I'm still practicing. If I can get this to be second nature, then I can worry about the left hand. But why worry about the left hand if my right hand isn't working? It's pointless to be able to play chords if you can't strum. So strum first. And when the strumming becomes autonomous, which would take, depending on your ability level, could take days, could take weeks. And this is also why it's helpful to listen to the song. The more you listen to it, the more that rhythm's going to get stuck in your ear. So I'm going to play it again. And it helps to write it down. I'm not writing it down, but if it helps you to write it down, write down E for however many measures, B, how many measures, and then have a chart right in front of you. So if you're a visual learner, if I were a visual learner, I would take the time to handwrite the lyrics the way that I want to pronounce them, the way that I could recognize them on the page, even perhaps writing the rhythm that I'm going to sing it. And I would also write out what chords I'm trying to play, and perhaps even the fingering that it's going to take to play it. Because you can play E minor like this, you can play E minor like this, you can play E minor like this. So writing E and a small m could mean a bunch of different things. So it just depends on where you're at and what you want to do with it, how you need to learn it. The other thing about it is I have to learn, so not only do I want my right hand to be autonomous, my left hand to be autonomous, but I also need the lyrics to be autonomous. And you need to practice all three of those things independently before putting them all together. So I've practiced the right hand, that's pretty well underway. I don't know the chords very well, but I think more importantly are the lyrics. So what I'm going to try to do is isolate the verses Just listen to the verses on repeat and go back and listen to them over and over. Listen to it while you drive, while you run, while you work out. And pretty soon when the lyrics are good, then you're going to try to put all three together. And in order to put all three together, it's all about the rhythms. So think about the rhythms as to where the strumming and the chord line up with the which word. Because I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier to strum and sing when the two are lining up at the same exact time. And that's called a straight rhythm. And a syncopated rhythm is when the lyrics and the strumming are happening at opposite times, and that's really tricky. So you need to figure out where you're syncopating and where you're going to be straight. Alright, so I've been practicing, and let's see what I come up with. I mean, it's nothing worth bragging about, but I mean, I've made progress. Let's get the lyrics in front of me. Que me gustó lo mejor, series me vale, me donaron el amor, limpiando mi caballo con el cielo y mi amor. Ay, 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 mi amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta cantar al son, mariachi me acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente y su mejor, también el tequila blanco con su sal de sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar al son. Okay, so there's a part. So there's a part right there that's really hard. So it's he goes to this tapping thing, and then there's this guitar riff. All right, now what I'm trying to do is gotta tap into it. So the first step is figure out where the taps line up. So I'm tapping on, let's just say quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that really hard riff, I guess step 1 is play the riff. And now I'm thinking about the taps. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can do it slow, if you can actually do it slow, that means that if you practice it enough times, you can go faster and faster. So practicing it slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Speed it up. So hard, man. But that's the idea. That's how you practice at a hard spot. And then I gotta sing into it. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantarlo. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. So how about that for a checkpoint? Next time I record, I want to be able to sing, tap, So there's my challenge. See you next time. Alright, we're back. So, I just ran 3 miles and listened to this song on repeat. And one of the things about learning a song is you want to air guitar along with it. So as I'm running, I'm visualizing where the beat is. So I'm visualizing it. And because I don't have a guitar in my hand while I'm running, I can actually sing or mouth the words along. That'll help me internalize it. But I think that I've gotten better just from doing that. So let's, I'll play along with it. Soy un hombre muy raro que me gusta lo mejor. No me quiere, no me falta y así me voy el amor. Montando mi caballo por el cielo yo me voy. Las estrellas y la luna ellas me dicen dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. So as I said last time, I try to get this. Still haven't gotten it yet. But obviously I'm closer on the lyrics. Like, it's just, I practice the whole song and pick out pieces like this. This is a piece. But if I don't have a guitar in my hand, I can't practice it. So when I'm in the mood to practice, I'll listen to the lyrics, because that also needs work. So, and what's tricky about this is that there's a triplet at the beginning. So those first 3 notes are out of time from the rest of it. So it might help to skip that, since you realize why is that first beat different? Maybe you just eliminate that. And that still works. Still tricky. So I've heard the song enough times, and I have practiced pieces, and as I listen to the song and I play along with the song, I seem to be able to make it from beginning to end. So once you can do that, the process is to do it without the recording and rely solely on, if you have a chart with your lyrics and your form, the form of the song, whether it goes the chords on it or just the lyrics, whatever you need to get from beginning to end without stopping. This helps sink it in your memory if you don't have the recording as a reference. And that's why the chart in front of you, just use it as a guideline. Because if you sit there and read it, you're never going to memorize it. But I don't have the lyrics in front of me, so I'm just going to go with my memory. Soy un hombre muy raro que me gusta lo mejor. Limpiando mi caballo, mi estrella no me voy. Desnuda de la luna, ellas me dicen dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son. So that's hard. Now I'm realizing, putting it all together, that my right hand is losing it, and my vocals are losing it too. So it's, me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son, tocar guitarra. So I might need to practice coming into that verse. Me gusta tocar guitarra, tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son, me gusta tocar guitarra. So I'm trying to figure out where I need to start the strumming pattern based on the lyrics. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar. So they actually line up. Me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta tocar, me gusta tocar guitarra. So now I practice it a few times. I'm going to go back to that guitar intro because that also makes it difficult. Me gusta tocar guitarra. So it's still not quite there. Me gusta tocar guitarra. Me gusta tocar mariachi. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar azul. Mariachi mi acompaño cuando canto mi canción. So practicing that one little spot, you want to go both directions. You want to go backwards and work into that spot that you had difficulty with. And then once you get there, you want to continue on until you get to the next difficult spot. I'm going to start at the beginning, first verse. Soy un hombre muy errado que me gusta lo mejor. A mujeres no me falta, no me falta lo mejor. Iniciando mi caballo que nos ayuda lo mejor. Las estrellas y la luna ya me dicen lo mejor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. And then the next lyrics would, me gusta. So the thing why I stopped, I don't want to start playing something wrong. Because believe it or not, you have this thing called muscle memory. So I wanted to make sure that I had the right lyrics, and I wasn't sure. So I stopped. So if you ever come to a train wreck, as we call it, that was a train wreck, where I blanked on the lyrics. And I didn't want to practice something incorrectly, so I would rather stop and gather the correct words and line up the rhythm in my mind so I can play it correctly. Because you play it once incorrectly, it's pointless. You're practicing something incorrectly. So it's better to just stop and think about it. Except the only exception is that it was when you're on stage. If I was in front of people and I'm at a performance, I would never stop my right hand. Because if anything, they don't know. They don't know that I blanked. I'm just gonna sit here as long as I need. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son. Mariachi mi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. And the reason for that is the audience doesn't care what you do, really. You know, when in a performance, you just want to play and don't stop playing. The audience is going to pick up if the groove just suddenly stops. But the audience is not going to pick up on you continuing the groove. And there's no singing, so what? It's called an interlude. Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor. Las mujeres se me faltan ni el dinero ni el amor. Y enciendo mi caballo por la sierra yo me voy. Las estrellas y la luna ya me dicen dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta tocar el son. Mariachi mi acompaño cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tocar y escobas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con tu suave de sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. That's the tricky part. I think it's in groups of 5 is what I'm hearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since I don't have the rhythm guitars going on, I'm going to play the bass note. How he does it. But I want to end up here for that next part, because I have that riff. I have to play that riff. So I want to be up here, even though I think he does I think is what he actually does. But I don't want it up on the I need the end up here. So I might do that. So since I've figured out that I want to practice I'm going to work into that. So I'm going to go back to the Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar al son. Mariachi mi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. So depending on, I could stop there and practice that again. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar al son. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar al son. Mariachi mi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal de sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Something like that. Alright, so I'm really close to the final product. Sometimes I close my eyes to sing because I'm visualizing the words. But ideally, my next step would be to try to sing this with my eyes open. So let's see how this goes. Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor. En el deseo me falta ni el dinero ni el amor. Y no entiendo mi caballo por la sierra yo me voy. Las estrellas y la luna ya me dicen dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son. Mariachi mi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal de sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar son. Mariachi mi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal de sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. So there it is. It's close. Almost there.